right, hello everyone. This is Petri. Welcome to our video. We're going to do some drawing. We're going to do some pen drawing. And for the Extreme Beginners series here, we're trying to just focus in on maybe getting about 10-15 minutes a day of drawing. It's actually great to just grab some paper, a pen, a pencil, a magic marker, whatever you have, and just draw for 5 or 10 minutes every day. Carry around some small spiral-bound notepads, or even some paper folded up in your pocket. Maybe you'll take some printer paper and fold it up in your pocket so that you just have a good stash of 3 or 4 pieces of paper. You know, you fold it maybe in quarters and it'll fit in your pocket, in your back pocket, your front pocket. And then, you know, at any time during the day, you have 5-10 minutes, you just do a quick drawing. So here we'll take a quick look at a paint tube here. Let's draw this, and let's draw it in ink. I think it's really fun to draw in pen. Pen is fun because less likely that you're going to get too overly burdened with trying to erase lines and things like that. So, you know, you can just, a pen drawing is a fun way just to say, let's go for it, let's do it. And then if it doesn't come out good, then we grab another piece of paper and say, let's try it again. So this way we'll get more in the habit of just drawing it the first time and that's it, and not worrying about erasing too much and trying to fuss with it too much. So let's try this and see how it works out. So I would just take this here, set it on a table in front of me. Probably good to have it on a white background, so right on this white paper works out just perfect. So you have a clear vision of the paint tube. And then we're just going to start here, and we'll start in one place and we'll just move forward from there. So I'm going to start with the top, the cap. So I'm going to start with the cap like this. And maybe I'll do some of the lines on there, and then I'm going to go next over to here where there's the inside portion of the cap like that. Then slowly there's another top of the actual metal tube there. Then there's a slight angle this way, and if I look here, I notice that the top part of this tube up here is a little bit up higher. So if we were to draw a straight line across here, or use our pencil or pen and say, okay, there's the top of the tube, how much it's a little bit higher or above the top of that cap for that tube, which is about right. So that's good there. Then we're going to go like this, and we see it goes round like this, and then it comes down here, and then we kind of start to look and say, how far down does this line go here? And if we hold our pen up to it like this, and we say, okay, it's about the same, it's a little bit beyond the cap here. Here's the cap. That's about the line for the cap there. And we're going to go a little bit further down from that line, and that's about where we have there. And then we can go up to here. Okay, so now we have this portion complete, and now we're going to go up this way here, and we notice there's a line across the tube like this. Pretty much a straight line. If I hold my pen up to that line where that coloring is for the color of the cerulean blue, it's pretty much straight like this. So I'm just keeping my mind focused on the lines, if they're straight, if they're curved, how far are they going. Here it's a little bit like this. And we go like this. And then I say to myself, how far is this tube of paint out this way from the cap that way? I could do a simple measurement by saying, all right, let's take the top of my pen, this top part of the pen where the clicking button is here, and I say, okay, that cap is about one thickness of this top click portion of the pen here. So how many, if I take this and use this as a measurement and say, okay, 1, 2, so I'm going to lift it up and then put the top of here to the next spot that was the ending location of that front. Does that make sense? I'm using it as like a like a ruler or like a measuring device, my pen. So I say 1 is from the cap to the metal here. So that's 1 there, using the cap here. 1. Then I go 2. 2 brings me over to here, which is the line. So here, 1, 2. And then I can say 3 to the E, 4 to the E, 5 to this line, and then 6. So there's 6 of these little clicker measurements, the clicker of the pen. There's 6 of these between the top of this cap to the end of the tube here. So let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, E, 4, E to the E's, E, 5, and 6. Now we go here and say, all right, let's see how many. It's about the same size. It's a little bit, it's actually, it's the clicker part of the pen and then the actual black top piece, which is this clip for like a pocket clip on our pen. So it's a little bit, the scale's a little different. Our drawing's a little larger than this. So now we have to change our scale and say, okay, so we need to go 6 of these from the tip of this clicker here to that black cap clip, that black clip. So 1, 2, and I'm going to use my finger here and say that's 3. Then I'll go here and say, okay, that's 4 there, 4. I'm just making the tiniest of a dot so it doesn't ruin my drawing. 6, or no, that's 4. Let's make sure. I think it's 4 now we're at, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Okay, that looks pretty good. So that's how we scale our our size of our paint tube. We want to get that the same over here pretty much. So as long as we do our careful measurements of approximately how long it is from the cap to the end, we're going to be fine. And then we'll continue with our drawing. So then now we have the tube up here, and then it kind of goes around like this and then straightens out this way. And then it goes up like this. And we go over this way, and then it goes like this. And it goes like that. And then we can say, wow, we've got the actual paint tube here rendered correctly, and it's in scale. It looks accurate to what we have over here. Then we can do a couple details on it. Let's do our, there's like a small black hash mark on there. Let's get that in. And then maybe we'll do some of the maybe details on here. Let's draw maybe, let's do this here. Let's do a little shading here. Maybe we're going to leave it with not every detail, but we'll put a couple details on it. So that's a little bit of a darker area we can shade the top there where the color is. And it's a little darker even there too. There's a little bit of a shadow there over here, so we can get a little bit of those shadows if you want. You can just draw it. you can just draw it in a line like we did here and not worry about the shadowing so much. But if you want to take it a little further and add some shadowing in, you feel free to do that too. This way you can, you can have a little bit of shadowing work here, so you can kind of get the feel doing some shadowing. And there's a little bit of shadowing on this side over here on the cap. And then there is a little bit of a crease like this in the tube, just to have a little bit of a detail there. There's another small detail over here. We'll put that on. And the key is there's another bit of color over here, like that. So as you can see, if we start adding in some details, how about the writing? Let's do artist watercolor there. Where's that artist watercolor? As far as on the tube of paint, where is it? Is it higher, lower, middle? And if we look here, we say it's the top of the cap is the bottom line for the, so right there you can kind of see the cap is about the bottom of the line for the artist tube. So we'll put a little line there, just a little tiniest of sketch line there, just so we have a, and then you can add in some writing here. So I'm just going to try to copy what I'm seeing as far as the artist. And I'm just going to try to, now it looks like I've maybe made my handwriting a little bit too large, but that's okay. It's all about having fun, not getting overly concerned. We could have made the writing a little smaller here to fit in the rest of this. See, I'm kind of lost a couple letters on this, but that's okay. Next time I know. I'm going to take a little more time when I do my lettering on my tube of paint when I'm drawing the next time. And then here we can do cerulean, so we'll do the color. This one is smaller, so I'm not going to take as much time. I'm just going to do that one quicker, like that. And then there's some other writing here. I'm going to do some imaginary writing on here. It's not really, just to make it look like there's something there. And then here, 37 ml. And there we have it. That's our tube of paint. And if you want, you can even add in some shadow too under here. We'll look at the shadows on the paper here. You can see the lighting is like that. This pen is not the greatest for shading. If you want, which is even more fun, you can pick up these China markers. These China markers are great for shading. They work beautifully. You can just softly use this to add in shading. Like that. And then you can just go right across here, this shading like that. And it kind of goes in there like this, and it goes this way. So you can add some nice subtle shading to your drawings too. And this way, when you're doing your drawings like this and you're adding in your shading, you'll be thinking the same way when you're painting, and then you'll be more likely to start adding in more shadows when you're doing your paintings, your watercolor paintings. So if you're practicing in your drawings, your pen drawings, your pencil drawings, if you're practicing shading while doing those, then you're going to automatically just do it when you're painting too, because you're going to be kind of, looking at your subject matter and saying, oh, is there a shadow on that? Where is that shadow? Well, how light or dark is it? So here we put a little darker shadow here. It's a little darker over here. Then you can even start shading in some of the portions of this is a little bit more dark here, like that. Do I see any? I see some more shadowing over here a little bit on the actual paint tube right there. You can add a little bit there. Do I see anything else there? There's a little bit of a shadow here running along there. Maybe just a little bit there. That's good there. There's even a little bit there. There's even some subtle shadowing going out here. But for the most part, that looks pretty good. It's darker over here. It's darker over here, and then it gets lighter as it goes this way. All right, everyone, I hope you had a lot of fun doing this quick pen drawing. This is what you would do for your pen drawings for 10-15 minutes a day. And you do one of these once a day, maybe a whole week. You do nothing but paint tubes. You grab a different one, put a different one out here, maybe change it around the angle, and you'll be all set. You do 1 week, paint tubes. Next week, maybe you do some pens, pencils, paint brushes, whatever you want. Just practice your drawing. You're going to get there. You can do it. And we're going to see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Oh, I always forget to mention, please subscribe if you like this video on drawing. I'll do more drawing videos if you like. Okay? All right. See you later.